Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the British Council Information webinar for scholarship that we are offering to English teachers in India. We're doing this in collaboration with the University of Portsmouth, and today we will take you through the entire application process. So I'm Namrata. I work with the British Council, and I'm based out of Mumbai. I'm joined by my colleague Jaswinder, who's from British Council Delhi office. From the University of Portsmouth, we have Peter, Gwen, Andy, and Colin. Gwen and Peter will talk about the University of Portsmouth and take you through the details of the course. Andy will take you through the application process. I'll take you through the scholarship criteria as to what the British Council scholarship is all about. We'll take up all your questions at the end of it, but please keep them coming in the chat. Okay, we will also be recording this session. Okay, over to you, Peter.
Thank you very much indeed. And it's really nice to be talking to you all. So I'm going to share my screen, and we've got a little bit of information here for you about the course. So hopefully you can all see the screen now.
Yes, we can.
Thank you. Okay, so let me start by just telling you a little bit about the University of Portsmouth itself. So we're very, very proud at the University of Portsmouth to be gold rated in the Teaching Excellence Framework. And that gold rating is a really difficult thing to achieve, actually. So we're very proud of that. We are home to about 31,000 students, of which 5,700 are international students, and many, many, many countries across the world we have students from. And again, that's something else we're very, very proud of. Obviously, this is going to be an MA course, so the postgraduate taught experience survey, that's a government-run survey. We had an 86% approval rating in, which is extremely high. And the University of Portsmouth, in the Guardian University Guide, which is a really influential guide in the UK to universities, we are in one of the top 35 universities in the UK. So that's just a little bit about us as a university. And Queen is going to talk through a bit more about the course itself.
Thank you, Peter. So our MA in Applied Linguistics and TESOL has been running for over 27 years with a very well-established distance learning provision. Our distance learning provision is designed for experienced English language teachers to support their career progress. So this course is for you if you would like to consolidate your practice with contemporary frameworks and become a better qualified teacher, or if you would like to then get involved in teacher education, become a teacher trainer to share good practice and make a difference to your teaching and learning community. Or after the course, you can also use your expertise to develop new materials or improve existing materials and curriculums used at your local institutions. And above all, our course encourages teachers to create and share knowledge, to initiate positive changes locally and globally. Can we have the next slide, please, Peter?
Yes, we can, I hope. For some reason, it's not moving on. Oh, I'm sorry, Queen. What have I done to you?
Oh, it's all right.
I can't, it's jammed. Let me go back. I'll stop sharing and reshare it. Apologies to everybody. And I hope that this time we can work a bit better. There we are. Sorry, Queen.
Yeah, no worries. So yes, as I said, above all, our course really hopes to encourage teachers to create and share knowledge and use this knowledge to initiate changes locally and globally as well. So for this course, you will take the course over 2 years. So when you join us in September this year, you will first take the second language acquisition model. And then in January 2025, you will study theory and practice of TESOL model, which is actually facilitated by Peter and myself. And then in the summer, you will take the professional portfolio model. If you are taking the course with the scholarship from British Council, then you will also join us in the summer 2025, a 2-week residential program with us here in Portsmouth. In September 2025, you will start the dissertation model. This model is worth 60 credits, and you will submit the dissertation at the end of your course in September 2026. If you're taking the course with the scholarship, then your dissertation must have a technology element to it. And then in January 2026, you will take the final model with us using language corpora for teaching and research.
And I just wanted to talk a little bit about some of the feedback that we've had from students in the past. This is from Mrinalini in India, and she says, the best thing about my course is its content, the way it's been designed, and my faculty. By faculty, she was talking about the teaching staff there. And she said she loves the way that theories relate to practice. And that is something we really try to do on the course. We try to get a good blend of practical classroom support for teachers, but also so that teachers understand the theory behind what they do, so that they can make better informed choices as they go through their teaching careers. So that was a piece of feedback we really liked, because it's one of the things we really try to do on the course, that balance of theory and practice. This is from Eleanor, and she talks about what a nice place Portsmouth is to be. So if you do come on the British Council Scholarship and have 2 weeks in Portsmouth, it really is a nice place to visit. She said, I really like the idea of Portsmouth being surrounded by sea. We are an island, actually. Portsmouth is an island. It's the only island city in the UK. There's water everywhere. So she really liked that. And she said she learned lots of teaching strategies. And again, one of the reasons we wanted to share this with you is because she talks about how it actually helped her when she went back to teaching. So it says, it helped me with my teaching career. Specifically, it helped me with tips and tricks on teaching English to speakers of other languages. And I noticed that I use a lot of the teaching techniques. So that's really nice for us to hear, that what we're doing impacts in that way. And we've just got one other little bit of feedback to share with you. This is from Atika. And she says, at the University of Portsmouth, I've experienced dreams turning into hopes and hopes into reality. One of the many reasons for choosing University of Portsmouth was the university's strong academic repute and excellent faculty. So again, by faculty, she's talking about the teaching staff. And as you can see there, she was very positive about the course. And I loved the last line where she says, with utmost assurance and confidence, I can now say that I'm getting ready to take on the world. And that's a great attitude to leave the course with, wanting to give something back, wanting to actually influence other people and help other people benefit as well. Okay, with that, I'm going to hand over to Andy to talk through a little bit about how to apply for the course.
Thank you, Peter, and hello, everybody. So as Peter said, I'm going to run you through the application process for this course and for the scholarship. So very much in brief on this first slide here. The first thing we want you to do is access the scholarship application website, and this will be shared with you all after this meeting. And sorry, can I ask people to mute? I'm getting a bit of feedback there. Thank you. I'm going to share that. We'll share that with you after this meeting's held, and also a recording of this will be uploaded to that site as well.
You're muting yourself, Andy.
No, someone muted me. Apologies. I'll start that again quickly. So how to apply. So the first thing we want you to do is look at the scholarship website, which we'll share after this meeting. The recording from this meeting will also be put on that website. So it includes all the information you need about the scholarship and about the course, with links to relevant websites as well at the university. What you then need to do is complete the personal statement using the template provided. Again, this is accessible from the scholarship application website. and then to complete the application form and submit all requested documents, again linked to the website. What we're then going to do after the deadline is all applications are going to go through a rigorous points-based shortlisting process. We will choose the top 6 candidates to be invited to a short online interview, and of those 6, top 3 applicants will be decided and notified as scholarship winners. All applicants, whoever has applied, will be provided with feedback and will be given their decision as well. And the deadline to submit is 5 minutes to midnight on Sunday, the 9th of June, 2024, and this is UK time. If I have the next slide, please, Peter. So in a little more detail here, when you click onto our website, this is what it would look like at the front. So it is our scholarship website, which includes all the information like I mentioned, such as what the course includes, including the modules that Queen mentioned, the course entry requirements, such as a second-class honours degree or equivalent, initial teacher training and a minimum of 3 months full-time relevant teaching experience, and English language proficiency at a minimum of IELTS band 6.5 overall, with no component below 6.5. We do take other English language certifications, not just IELTS, and there is information on this website we'll share with you, which includes what other English language certifications we accept and also what exemptions are available. The website also includes scholarship opportunity and then links to the personal statement. So when you open this up, it will come up as a template. You won't be able to edit it on the screen, but we ask you to download a Word version of it to complete, and you will submit this along with the application form, which is on the next slide, please, Peter. Excellent. So you'll also click on a Google form from this website, which will take you to a large application form, which includes all the information that we need to consider your application. And you'll also at the end there need to submit 4 documents, which is the personal statement, a copy of your passport, a copy of your degree certificate, and a copy of English language. Once we have all those and these submissions, we can then consider you for the scholarship. Next slide. Thank you, Peter. So like I mentioned, applications will go through a rigorous points-based shortlisting process with the top 6 being invited to interview. Top 3 will then be decided and notified, but everyone will be provided feedback and a decision. And the decision will be one of 4 categories, which is acceptance onto the course with a scholarship for 3 candidates, acceptance onto the course and placed on a reserve list for scholarship for the other 3, acceptance onto the course but without a scholarship. So if you were still interested in taking the course but were looking at alternative means of funding, you would still have an opportunity, and not accepted onto the course. So that is the application process. We can take a few questions here, or if you'd rather wait for our colleagues in British Council to do their part, we can have questions at the end.
I think we'll take questions at the end, probably,
Cool.
actually. Shall we just take questions at the end? Thank you very much, Andy.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Hello.
Good evening. Good evening, sir.
Hello.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Sir, do you need IELTS clearance, those who want to apply for scholarship for this program?
Yes. Yeah. One of the entry requirements to the course is that you have IELTS 6.5 or equivalent, and we do accept some other equivalent certificates. But I think we're going to hear, I think, Namrata talk us through the scholarship process. So we will take questions at the end after that, I think.
Okay, fine.
Okay. So I will hand over to Namrata to talk through the process of applying for the scholarship.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you. Just give me a minute to share my screen. I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, it is.
Thank you. So you've heard about the University of Portsmouth, and I'm sure you're all excited to apply there and go and study.
Ma'am,
there
little
for at least 1
little
year.
bit louder, ma'am. Sorry for the interruption. Little bit louder, ma'am.
No problem, Yamuna. Are you all able to hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, thank you. So, You've all heard about the University of Portsmouth and about the course, the application process. And now I'll take you through the scholarship. So the background is, this is the third year where we are providing this scholarship for English teachers in India. So with this particular batch of scholarship is in association with University of Portsmouth, where we are giving you opportunity for 3 individuals from India to 3 individuals from India to complete a master's degree in English language teaching with emphasis on TESOL from a UK university. Now here the university we're talking is University of Portsmouth, and here the number of scholarship is 3. The type of program, as the team had mentioned, it's MA in Applied Linguistics and TESOL, and this is completely online program. Why are we offering this scholarship? The particular reason is we provide opportunities for English language teachers to access leading continuing professional development opportunities to reach their fullest potential. We hope that through these scholarships, the scholars gain increased knowledge and understanding in the field of English language teaching, particularly focus on contemporary TESOL theory to enhance teaching and learning. Once they do this, they bring their knowledge and experience from their home country, that is India, and share this widely with the international ELT community during the course and while participating in the wraparound activities for which you will be traveling to the University of Portsmouth. So it is basically an exchange of knowledge, which you take from India and share it there. Through these scholarships, we hope that these you teachers will act as ambassadors for UK postgraduate education in English language teaching and share positive experiences within your professional community. Most importantly, you will support the development and improvement of English language teaching in your respective communities and ideally within the wider sector. What is the eligibility criteria for these scholars? Scholars must meet certain criteria to be accepted onto this program, including having an appropriate existing undergraduate qualification and meeting the English language requirement. In addition to this, you're also required to meet the following eligibility criteria. First, you have to be a passport holder and a permanent resident of India. You have to demonstrate the case of financial support or social economic need through a written statement. You should not be in receipt of financial support or funding towards your study program in the UK from any other source. You should not have previously studied at degree level or higher education in the UK or lived recently in the UK, not at least in the past 3 years. Who are these scholarships for? You need to be motivated and academically able to follow and benefit from a UK postgraduate top course, be working in or directly with the government education sector in India, with focus on English language teaching. This is the most important criteria. You have to be from a government education sector or a government aided school or a college. You need to be active in the field with a proven interest in the proposed subject area of English language teaching. You'll be willing to demonstrate future contribution to the field of English language teaching in India through the benefits achieved after graduating from the university. You need to agree to be part of British Council's Global Alumni Network, maintain contact with British Council even after you finish this course, and act as an ambassador for the UK and engage with the activities as a part of the scholarship for English language teaching alumnus during and after your studies in the UK. So you continue your association with us even after you finish this course. You need to demonstrate a plan and a passion to engage with the wider community working in English language teaching from your home country through a written statement. You need to agree to your personal data being shared with the British Council as a condition of applying for the bursary. Now, the scholars are not eligible for British Council scholarship if they hold dual British citizenship. That means they have to be a purely Indian citizen. If you are an employee, a former employee or a relative of His Majesty's government, including British Council, British embassies, high commissions, Department of Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy, Department of International Trade, Ministry of Defense and Home Office. You cannot be an employee, a former employee or a relative of an employee of the British Council. So here we are also, it means you cannot, relative is defined as parents, siblings, step-siblings, children, spouse, all that which is mentioned here in the screen. The UK universities will manage the application process and the British Council will be involved at the staging of the stage of the shortlisting and the selection of the scholars. So it will be in, British Council will involve with University of Portsmouth while shortlisting the 3 scholars. So we will look at all these criteria if all these are met or not. Thank you. We can start taking the questions now. I'll stop sharing my screen. You can raise your hand. You can see.
It is only, hello?
Yes, Renu, please.
Is it only for government schools, government aided schools, government school, that is that the school run by the government? Or
Yes.
is it for private aided government recognized schools?
The first preference will be directly the government aided ones. Second will be the tertiary ones. And the third preference will be to the, if we do not find anyone, then it will be a government or a public sector. But the first preference will be given to the government sector only.
So there are no chances, means that's the last preference that is given to a private school.
Yes, yes. But there is no harm in applying.
Yeah. I had just a query. And second query is, see the deadline for this is 9 June. And if we
Yes.
suppose we want to give IELTS, it will take some time for us to apply for IELTS. So if the day today is 15th, even if we apply, we need some time for IELTS. So the deadline that you all have given on 9, where we have to upload IELTS. This it will take, is not like I'm not getting it. It's not feasible for us.
So, Andy, if I may ask you to come in here, I understand that you have given ample time for them to apply for the IELTS as well, right? In the application that is considered, right?
Yes, there is adequate time. Also, it's not just IELTS. Like I said, we also accept other English language certificates, such as Duolingo, which are a bit faster sometimes. So there is ample opportunity to submit those things to any English language and to do the rest of the form. So yes, there should be more than enough time. If, of course, there are issues, then please let us know.
So if it's not 9 June, that means.
Sorry,
Hello?
could you repeat that? Could you repeat that? Sorry.
And it's not only 9th June, right? So if we give an exam of IELTS or alternative exam, that's the exam that you are mentioning, will it be the results will be definitely if we are giving, suppose we are practicing and we are giving within a period of 15 days and we are not able to get the results on 9 June, can we still apply and say that the result will be pending, will be coming in due course? Is it possible? I'm talking about IELTS and alternative exams.
No, I understand. We would have to treat it on a case-by-case basis, I believe. We couldn't say yes or no immediately. If, for whatever reason, an applicant had taken the best possible attempts to get a test and for whatever reason there were issues or delays, then on a case-by-case basis, I think we could probably discuss that internally and make a decision. But I don't think we would say as a blanket yes or no. But we're more than willing to discuss it further to make sure that everyone has an opportunity.
I raised this question. The reason is I was working on the IELTS applications, and they give a 1 month course for mock exams and everything. So all this practice we have to do because we want a band of 6.5. Added to it, you want 6.5 in all the four skills, right? So we need some time for practice. Just applying and not getting a band will still not qualify us. So I thought the time period that is to be, I was waiting for today. I have worked on the IELTS, information and all those where it has to be given, what has to be given, but still time that you are asking where we have to upload the result is too short for us. This is what I am feeling. I don't know about others and.
No, I do appreciate that, but like I said, it's not just IELTS. We also accept a number of different English language certificates as well. So if you were having significant issues with, for example, getting an IELTS, then I recommend you could take a TOEFL or a Pearson's or a Duolingo, for example. We have a whole range of different English language tests we accept. So when you have access to the website page, have a list there where you can actually see what we do accept and don't accept. It may even be that some you're able to prove an exemption in some ways. For example, if you were taught at a school or college which taught predominantly in English and can prove that with your certifications, that may be able to mitigate the need for English language certification as well. So there are lots of opportunities, but it is a tight turnaround we appreciate, but of course September is fast approaching, so we do have to be quite tight on this. But like I said as well, if there were any significant delays that were unavoidable, then contact us and we can look at it on a case-by-case basis.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Renu. There is one more related question here about IELTS. I took IELTS few years back. Will it be valid? IELTS is valid only for 2 years. So you'll have to take it again. If it's few years and if it is above 2 years, then you have to. It's only valid for 2 years.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes.
May I talk now?
Yes, please, Rajalakshmi.
Good evening,
Good
everyone.
evening.
I'm Rajalakshmi from Hyderabad. Currently working as an assistant professor in an engineering college. I've been since 12 years in teaching. And one more query from my end is that I am unable to apply for that because IELTS and IELTS score there. But I am a trainer of TESOL and TOEFL. And second very important question is that we are affiliated to JNTU, Jawaharlal Nehru University, and I am ratified one by government that I am a professor, assistant professor. And as if I have guideship as well that I am doing as an co-guide to few scholars of different universities. Anyhow, my question is I belong to a certain category where girl education was highly impossible. Like I belong to nomadic tribes. It is also called as Sanchara Jati in Indian language, where we tried to make many differences, but yet it is not seen by anyone. So my plan towards you was that do you consider such things like those people who are from the very rural area and in my caste around 2,500 families, I am the only one who got educated and certified doctorate. So my research strategy is also on that. It's all about nomadic tribes, Gadia Lohar. Gadia senses like the people who live under the bullock carts, and they are Lohar. They do blacksmith work. So these British Council entertaining such things also where the hidden and we can say as in disappearing part of education is there. So do you consider that?
So, Rajalakshmi, Neha, can you go on mute, please? So, Rajalakshmi, be it for the application process for the University of Portsmouth or for the scholarship, we will stick to what we have, what is the eligibility criteria, irrespective of the caste and creed and all that. We will stick to that only. And please do apply and make the best of your statement or whatever is written, and we will be accordingly, we will go as per our eligibility and the application process only.
And TESOL and TOEFL, ma'am, is it considered or not?
Sorry, TOEFL and
TESOL trainers are considered there, or else we have to write again the TESOL examination like that.
it is valid. That's what just now Andy said. Andy, you're right, right, isn't it? That even TOEFL is considered, right?
Yes, absolutely correct. TOEFL, Pearson's, Duolingo, IELTS, and a whole host of others. The website will have all the lists on it for when we get access to that. So yeah, we accept a huge number of English language certificates.
Yeah. Can I request one of the team members from the University of Portsmouth to also add the link here on the chat?
Oh, thank
Because
you.
there are a lot of questions on that for the link for the university.
Please, thank you. Thank you. Good day, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Asha. Hi.
Hello. I'm Asha Khurana. I'm teaching in a government school in Delhi. My question is there any upper age limit for applying?
For scholarship, there isn't. For the university, Andy, is there anything, any such age limit?
I can
No.
answer that.
Oh,
No, absolutely no age limit at all. We would not want to discriminate in any way on that basis. So no, anybody is welcome to apply. You have to be 18, I think. You do have to be
Okay.
18, but as long as you're 18, any other age is fine. We will welcome your application.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I got answer to my query. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello. Yeah, can I have a question here?
Yeah, hi, Abdul, please.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Please.
Okay, I'm a teacher working in a CBSE school. I've got around 16 years of experience. My question is that, as there was one clause, if somebody has lived in UK in the past 3 years, so cannot apply. I visited UK for, a purpose that was an education-based, thing. So would that be considered, or won't that be counted as living in UK? Because it was, an invitation that I received. I had to visit the UK Parliament, and that was programmed by sustainable. It was a program on sustainability. So I went there as a teacher to participate, so that I could, make my students aware here in India. So would that be considered, or I just want to know that.
It will be difficult to tell you at this moment, considering that situation. So we would suggest you apply and then let's
Right.
do.
I have one more question. I'm working in a CBSE school, which is a private school, and it is not funded by the government. It is non-aided school. So as this scholarship, I guess, is for the teachers
Government.
who are
Yes,
exactly.
the first preference
So-
will be given to them.
Okay, right. So it all depends about my application, how strong my application
Yes, but
is in case.
first preference
Right.
will be for government
Right,
aided
I
schools.
understand. Right. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Abdul. Thank you.
Yep.
May I speak?
Yeah, hi, Pratyush.
Hello. Yeah, good evening, Dimitris. Actually, I would like to ask you, I am working for state government. I am an English teacher in state Bihar, and I used to teach in a rural school, and I have studied. So, am I eligible for this scholarship?
Sorry, I did not get your question. Sorry.
I
Can I
am working
request
for a state
others
government.
to mute, please? Others to go on mute, please. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
question is that I am working for a state government. I am an English teacher in a Bihar government school. It is
Yes.
posted in a rural area. So, am I eligible for this scholarship?
Yes. Yes, of course. You
And
are
second
eligible
question
to
is that
apply for the scholarship. The application will be based on your we will choose the application based on your the kind of application and the statement will be and other eligibility criteria.
okay. And the second question is that I have studied throughout from the CBSE medium school. So then I have to again apply for the IELTS course. I do not have any IELTS or TOEFL.
No, it is mandatory. Any of the exams is mandatory for any of the when you apply to any university in the UK. Now, as the colleagues from the university mentioned that they did mention of you have a wide variety of exams which you can apply to. You can check
Thank
on the link on the which the university provides. They will give you the list of exams which you are eligible to.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Andy, Peter, do you have to add anything to this?
No, I don't think. I don't think I've got anything to add to
Excuse
that.
me, ma'am. I have a question, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Yes, ma'am. I'm working as an English teacher from last 11 years in a private school in higher secondary grade students. Okay, and recently I worked in UAE as well as an English teacher. But as you told that the first preference is given to the government school teachers.
Yes.
So there are very low chances for the private school teachers. Yes. And okay, that we understood. But even IELTS examination is compulsory for everyone.
IELTS, it's mandatory for anyone applying for
IELTS
any
is not given,
university.
then we can. Okay, if it's IELTS is not, then TEFL is also fine. Yeah, TEFL course is also fine.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And ma'am, how to apply? Because due to some technical issues, I was not able to join this lecture as soon as. So how do we apply for this course? Like after this session, how do I come to know that how we can apply for it?
Colin has uploaded the link on the chat. You can check the link, the University of Portsmouth. Plus, we will also upload this by end of this week or early next week. We will upload the recording of this session also on our website. So you will be able to have a look. Yeah?
We'll get it through mail.
Yes, we will update you through the email also.
Thank
you. Okay, thank you.
Hi, good evening.
Hi.
Hi, Namrata. Good evening.
Good evening. Yes, please.
Namrata, this is Akhtar Banu. My question for you is to avail this scholarship, is it mandatory that we need to be into the teaching profession or any private profile would work? Because I don't work as a teacher at present. So I'm a private job holder. So will I be eligible to apply for the scholarship?
It is mandatory. You need to be an English language teacher. First and foremost, it needs to also meet the eligibility criteria of University of Portsmouth.
Okay.
So, Andy, if you may come in.
Yes, of course. So yes, like you said, the entry requirements for this course, specifically from the university's perspective, is to hold a second-class honours degree or equivalent, to have initial teacher training experience and a minimum of 3 months full-time relevant teaching experience, and to have an English language proficiency of a minimum IELTS 6.5 overall, no component below 6.5, or equivalence, like I've discussed earlier. So you would need to have experience of teaching because this course is heavily about teaching.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, please.
Ma'am, I'm working. Hello.
Yes,
May I
please.
continue?
Yes, please. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. I'm Khaja Mainuddin, working as a government school teacher in Maharashtra. My question is that, ma'am, while applying for this course and the scholarship, should we have with us a passport? Because I have not updated passport. My passport has been expired, so I have to update it. But later on, I can. But while applying for the course, is it mandatory to update the submit the passport?
Andy, is there any point for they need to mention their passport number at this stage in the application form for the university? Because my understanding is that they would require it when they have to visit the university next year. But is it mandatory for them to mention that anywhere in the application at this stage?
Yes and no. So in regards to actually obviously receiving your requirements like your CAS and things like that to get to the UK, no, we don't need that until later on in the cycle. We would prefer it earlier on though, because we need to of course compare it against your ID for your English language certificate. for example, to make sure you are the test taker. But if you didn't have a passport at that point, then if you have an alternative form of identification that we could use, as a photo ID, driving license, something like that, then we could use that in the first instance. But of course, expectation is if you're successful, you will need a passport before we can issue your CAS.
I hope you've got your answer.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, good
Hi, ma'am.
evening.
I've got a question.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, actually, while discussing about the eligibility criteria, you mentioned that we should be a teacher of a government-funded college, or I heard you mentioning you should have studied at a government-funded college or school. So I've done my post-graduation, and it's been 2 years. And since the 2 years, I've been a freelance English tutor, but I did my post-graduation from a government college itself. So would that be preferred?
And have you taught in a government-aided school or a government sector?
No, not yet.
So at this stage, as I said, the first preference will be given to the teachers from the government sector, but you may apply because we will, that will be the last, we cannot say anything at this stage, but at least there is no harm in applying.
Okay, thank you.
Then,
Hello.
thank you.
Yes,
Hello,
sir.
good evening.
Good evening. Yes.
Ma'am, my name is Zafar Khan, and I've been teaching English for 16 years. I heard everyone's opinion and the guidance as well. Thank you very much for that. This is not a question. I'm seeking an advice. As it has been said that IELTS or any equivalent certification, certification is required. It is mandatory. So could you please guide us that how to get any of the certificates, IELTS or any other equivalent certification?
Andy, if you can just please come in here.
Yes, of course. So in the chat, I have linked the English language requirements of the university, so you can see which all different requirements we accept. There's quite a wide range of them. We don't have a mechanism which to enroll people or to direct people to them ourselves. The best thing for any of these is to go online, search for these tests on Google or whatever search platform you prefer, and then sign up to the test. Some are available as online only tests, some are available in person physically. That's the best bet, is to go and search for them yourself and find which one is convenient to you and fits within your time frame.
So is it not that British Council, it organizes IELTS?
Not anymore in India, Zafar. We don't
Okay,
conduct
okay.
IELTS in India.
So
Good
any
evening,
other
ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Shripad. Yes, please.
At the time of application, it is required IELTS examination at the time of scholarship application. Hello. At the time of application, it is required IELTS examination.
Yes, that is one of the criteria even for the application to the university. Did you hear me?
Sir, good evening, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, good evening. Please.
Do you offer the scholarship program only this time, or every year do you offer this program?
We have been offering this since past 3 years.
Okay, thank you. And one more question, ma'am. Persons who are working in the government sector as a guest faculty, are they eligible? Like you advised that you give much priority for the first preference is given for the government sector. So
Correct.
those who work in the government organization as a guest star contractor, are they also eligible as a first priority?
We cannot say at this moment. It depends on the number of applications we receive.
Okay, are you conducting this scholarship program yearly twice or once?
Once a year.
Okay, thank you. Kind of you, Namrata Garu.
Yeah.
Accept.
Thank you.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, ma'am, I want to know that I am a spoken English trainer. So can I get more links to involve with it? Like I want to involve more into it.
Sorry, I did not get your question. Sorry.
I'm a spoken English trainer. From the past 2 years, I'm taking this project. So I just wanted to know, is there any other link which I can connect with you people and I can get more links?
Nidhi, you have our email ID, Teach English, right? If you can just write to us, we will guide you further. Yeah, because this question is not relevant to this.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Nidhi.
Yeah.
Good evening, ma'am. I'm
Good evening,
Tanuja,
Tanuja.
ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am. I had been working as an English teacher since like 17 years running. So, ma'am, will I need an IELTS this one also certification for applying this course?
Yes, IELTS is mandatory, irrespective of your experience, number of years of experience. It's mandatory. IELTS or the relevant exam is mandatory to apply to any UK university.
Ma'am, that while filling up the form, that time itself it is required, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Right,
ma'am.
Andy?
Thank you.
They have to fill up their IELTS score, right? While applying.
Correct. So what we'd like is if you have your certificate, that'd be ideal. If you haven't received your certificate yet, you should be able to sort of do a print screen for what your certificate is going to be. And then we will have that to map against the course and make sure you meet the requirements.
Yes. And if you are successful and you get this scholarship, this IELTS fee will be refunded only to the successful ones.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Ma'am, like from British Council also, I have undergone like 2 months online courses on my English like that. At that time, I have this one 8 CGP grade, ma'am. That one also, can I upload while filling up the form?
My English course, I'm not sure whether that will be acceptable by the university. Andy, if you can just anything else apart from, I'm not sure.
Whatever is on the link I've put in the chat, that is what we accept. There are some exemptions and differences by country, so there are also country pages you can look at, which would go into a little bit more detail of what you need or what exemptions there are. There's quite a lot, so I don't know more off the top of my head, so please best to refer to that link and have a quick read.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Hi, Namrita, ma'am. Hello.
Yeah, hi. Yeah.
I'm Isha Dolgar. But is it compulsory to be an English teacher specifically to apply for this program?
Yes, yes.
I am a teacher. I'm working in government school, but my background I'm working as a general line teacher, but I do teach English at my school.
Andy, if you may come here, please.
Well, of course, it is a TESOL course. So if you have a majority where a lot of your teaching is teaching English speaks other languages, then it's possible. I think for anything that's not quite clear cut, it might be on a case-by-case basis. The best thing to do would be to apply, and if you feel you need to explain a bit more or justify how you fit into the criteria, then do so, and we can then consider that on a case-by-case basis.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Namrata, I have one more question.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Is it necessary in case I get a scholarship? Would that be necessary for me to visit UK for further, sort of programs and all? And second question, during the course, will I have to leave my present job?
You will not have to leave your present job because this is an online course. However, you will have to inform your employers because you will have to travel to UK in 2025 if you're successful for 2 weeks. And then that is the only bit where you will have to travel to UK, but then there should not be any objection from your employers.
Right. And in that case, would that trip be funded or do I have to make the expenses?
No, it will be funded.
Right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good evening. Hi.
Hi. Yes, Ilsha.
Good evening, everyone out there, Namrata and entire British Council. I think few of my questions were answered by you because few of the questions are almost asked by few of my friends. So one clear-cut question is actually, my name is Irshad Ali. I'm from Karimnagar near to Hyderabad. Recently, I've been a Fulbright cohort of United States. So my clear-cut question is, am I eligible to apply? I'm quite interested. I'm a government teacher teaching for the past 15 years. I would love to be part of the TESOL, and I have already cleared last year TOEFL. So am I eligible to apply for this?
As Andy also said, we will take it on a case-to-case basis. You're most welcome to apply. We cannot say anything at this moment. It will be a panel choice, and it will be a choice between the university and British Council. So as of now, we would suggest you apply, and then we will not be able to say anything at this moment.
That means I can apply later on. That
It's
will
up
be
to
decided.
you. It's
Yes.
completely up to you. You're most welcome to.
No, I would love to apply.
Yeah.
Let me check it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Namrata. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, good evening, Sonam.
Ma'am, just can you share the details of all the scholarships by mail, like all the documents required for the program, please?
Yes, here they have already shared the link on the chat.
Okay, I think I'm
I've
not
just
able to see it.
I've just posted it in the chat again. So the link you
Yes.
should be able to open up, and it should give you all of the details about how to apply with eligibility, etc. So most of the links or everything you need should be on the link that has been supplied to you in the chat.
Right. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Pauline.
Hi, Namrata. I've got a question. I've been
Yes,
just been
Devika.
curious. It's nothing related to the scholarship sponsored by the University of Portsmouth. I was just wondering, how did you become the face of British Council of India in this meeting? Because I've been a constant visitor of your website and I've been seeing any job roles or anything posted over there.
Sorry?
Like, I was just wondering, how did you become the face of British Council in this meeting? Because I've been someone who checks or gets updated with the British Council site, and I haven't seen any job roles or anything posted over there.
Job opportunities, you're saying, sorry?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. You'll have to go to our website and check the job opportunities section.
Okay, of the British Council.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ma'am,
Yes, Jitendra.
good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
British Council. Yeah. I have completed ELIS, British Council's training, secondary English teachers.
Yes.
And I have also worked on a mentoring program.
Yes.
It was quite good. And I would like to join this program. Till that I have not completed IELTS or other examination. By completing British Council's exam, till is it your requirement to complete IELTS or other TESOL exams?
So as Andy mentioned earlier, also we will take this on a case-to-case basis. You at least apply with whatever details you have. And Andy, if you may come in here, please.
Yes, of course. It is a requirement that you do have an English language certification to take on the MA TESOL course. For the process of this scholarship opportunity, we would prefer that those candidates who apply do have it or have taken it and have it ready to go for the application process, because what we don't want to do is risk our shortlisting candidates who cannot get the English language and then it cause problems with selecting those who can. So our preference is for you to do it as soon as possible and to submit it. If there are any reasons, like I said earlier, any exemptions or reasons why you could not do it and you've tried your best, let us know. We'll decide on a case-by-case basis.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Do we have any more questions? I think we've taken all the questions as well. Most of the questions here on the chat have been answered. It's repeated.
A number of people have asked me to submit them links. I don't know if they're not able to see the link I pasted in the chat, but if you do require a link, please send it to me and I will forward you the link directly.
I can also see there's been a question about when can I apply. Everything is open now, so we have no concerns if individuals want to start applying. Everything is ready to go. So like you said, Colin shared the links you need. So if you do feel that you are ready to apply and you have all the documentation you need, then you're welcome to start now.
I think we have taken all the questions. I don't think there is anything else.
There's a number of
anymore.
hands still showing. I don't know if those are people
They
still.
have. I think it's not been lowered. I think. Veda, did we take your question? Zafar, I remember taking Tanuja.
The link is not working.
Sorry?
The link is not working.
The link is not working. Okay.
Just try.
I can see some question from Pavitra has raised her hand. Have we taken your question? And Deepak. If there isn't anything.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Deepak.
I would like to know that what IELTS score is needed to apply for the scholarship.
6.5, right, Colin, Andy?
Yes, IELTS or equivalent. So 6.5 overall, no component below 6.5 is the
In
IELTS
every
required.
section? In every section?
In all components, yes. So reading, writing, speaking, and listening is 6.5.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I think we've taken all the questions. I think we can wrap up the session.
This is Vijay Lakshmi.
Yes, Vijayalakshmi.
Ma'am, this selection is in government schools. It will be how many teachers you have to selection, ma'am?
This three scholars. We are giving 3 scholarships with the University of Portsmouth.
Throughout India?
Throughout India, yes.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. I think we can wrap up the session.
Sorry, ma'am, I have one more question. Yes, this practically when we will be joining the university, I mean to say physically.
Physically, it will be next year in 2025. Rest, everything will be online.
Okay, in 2025, which month it will be? Which month it will be?
Andy?
In 2025, from which month onward will be there? In the summer?
Yes, Ashley. Yeah.
If it is right, I want to know the month.
Yeah, just a minute. Yeah,
Yes.
Andy, Colin, if you can just tell.
Yes, of course. So it's a distance learning course. The distance learning aspect starts this September, where you join other students on the course. The residential program in person in Portsmouth, it would be June or July next year. And that's for
Great.
2 weeks.
One more question, sir. Sir, do we need to seek permission from the department where we are presently working?
Yes, you have to, Asha, because then there will be, otherwise there will be, we had these issues before, so it would be better if you inform your employers if you're taking any of these. It will be better because they will also have to, you'll also have to take a leave during that time when you go to the university.
Great. One more question. In case the scholarship does not, I don't get it, then how much it will cost if we are on the other mode, like without scholarship, approximately? In Indian rupees?
Andy, if you can just tell them.
Yes, it depends. We have a few different varieties of intake. So if you weren't successful this time, there are other options such as part-time, full-time, where it's in person or distance learning. More information we found on the university website where we have the course page where it's broken down. I couldn't give it in rupees, but it is in pounds. But it varies quite a bit because this is a distance learning course. There's a bit of flexibility. But having a look at the university website can give a bit more information about the specifics of the course fees.
Okay, sir, I got answer to my queries. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone for joining this session. If you have any queries, all of you have our email ID. You can write to us. If there is any questions related to the university, we'll forward it to the team there and they will respond. Yeah. So thank you very much. Have a good night.
Thank you everyone for joining us.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank
ma'am.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Your email ID, please.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Once again. Your email ID, please, ma'am. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Lingaraj, you have any question?
Yeah. What is the email ID? Can we have, please, so that we can contact for the details?
Sure, I'll send it. You had got our details today for the webinar, right?
Yes.
Same email ID you can write.
All
Yeah,
right.
good.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Namrata ji, one last question, if you don't mind.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, if somebody is having TOEFL, as you said, if not IELTS, TOEFL, what could be the score for TOEFL? Required score.
Colin and Dee, are you there?
I don't have those details to hand. I have just posted a link to it. Peter, I'm not sure. Do you know the TOEFL scores offhand?
I don't know the score off the top of my head, I'm afraid. But I think you can, if you just Google or search for TOEFL and IELTS equivalent, it will give you the rough score that would equate to a 6.5. So if it would just be putting it into a search engine, I think.
Thank you. I'll just check it out. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We're closing this session. Thank you very much. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Colin. Thank you.
You're
Gwen.
welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.